Good morning. Have you ever read Wind in the Willows? The Adventures of Ratty, Mole and Toad are a highlight of my growing love of reading as a kid. Looking back at this book in particular, it's funny the phrases that remain with me, like when Ratty meets Mole, who's exasperated with spring cleaning. He's in his little rowboat. "Believe me, my young friend," says Ratty to Mole, "there is nothing, absolutely nothing, half so much worth doing as simply messing about in boats." And so the echoes of Ratty and Mole are not far from mind as John, the kids and I took a boat up the Thames for a week. We picked it up in Reading, went through Purley-on-Thames, Whitchurch-on-Thames, Goring, Wallingford, Brightwell, Stotwell, Abingdon and Oxford. We went back down to Henley and then back up to Reading to drop the boat back off. So many places I'd never even heard of. And who'd have thought you could spend a whole week getting somewhere? And the wildlife. We spent a lot of time just sitting on the bow or the stern, just spotting birds. Canada geese, the honks, the noise, kingfishers, the flash of blue and they were gone, cormorants diving, and the herons. I love herons, so aloof and watchful. And there were quiet, sedate swans and smiley ducks. Harrison loved the ducks. I love Eddie Askew's musings on ducks. They paddle into the shallow water and suddenly upend themselves, head and shoulders underwater, only the tail visible, pointing to the sky, and two pink feet paddling to stabilise the whole balancing act. Not very elegant. It's called dabbling. These water birds are either dabblers or divers, depending on how they look for food. Dabblers upend and graze on water plants that grow just beneath the surface. Divers, well, that's a bit more obvious. It made me think of Ephesians 1:17. "I keep asking the God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the glorious Father, may give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation, so that you may know him better." Maybe we should dabble a bit more, try to get below the surface of life and take hold of some of the possibilities that could open up if we went a little deeper. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be ready to dive. Unfathomable Lord, the deeper I dive below the surface of life, the closer I get